Today you're going to be working in folder 4B. Today's focus is combining like terms. The learning objective for today is that you'll be able to simplify expressions by combining like terms. You'll need to pick up a new Fluency math worksheet. Please be sure to fill in the top with your name, today's date, the folder, which is folder 4B, and the attempt, which for most of you this will probably be your first attempt. We're going to start with sprint number 1. Sprint number 1 is going to have 6 problems where you're going to have to simplify the expression by combining like terms. You'll need to show your work for each one in the first 6 boxes. You'll have 2 minutes to complete this. Go ahead and take a moment to write down the problems. If you need to hit pause, go ahead and do that. Okay, your time begins now. 2 minutes. You have 1 minute remaining. Okay, that is the end of sprint number 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple step-out questions. So I'll model a couple questions and then ask you to answer some in the step-out question boxes, and then I'll show you the answers for sprint number 1. So in this first example, I'll go ahead and model this one. We have negative 3w minus 7x minus 5w. And so what kids will do here is they will identify the terms that go together, that can be combined together, and they can be combined together because they have the same variables. So negative 3w and negative 5w can be combined, and then negative 7x is going to be separate. So what happens here is that students sometimes forget about the signs in front, and so they will forget about their integer rules. But in this case, we need to use our integer rules to simplify. So negative 3w minus 5w would be negative 8w, and then minus 7x, because that cannot be combined with negative 8w. So that would be the answer for this if we were combining like terms. So in the second question, which is actually sorry, it's not a problem that you did. Let's take a look at this one. We can look at this problem here, 4p minus 10 plus 3p minus 4y. And so what I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and identify the terms that can be combined together. So 4p and positive 3p, and then negative 4y and negative 10. So if I circle and square, I can see very clearly which ones can be combined together. So for this first step out question, I'd like you to go ahead and simplify that expression. I'll give you a minute to do that, or a moment to do that. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so now. Okay, in the second model, I'm going to talk through another common error that students make. So the problem says 3p minus 9h minus 6p plus 2. So like the other problems, I'm going to go ahead and circle and square and underline just because it gives me a good visual of what I can combine together. What happens here is if students do not go through a process of thinking about what they can combine, they will just combine everything together. So what I might see here is 3 minus 9 is negative 6, and then negative 6 minus 6 is negative 12, plus 2 would be negative 10 pH. And this actually is not possible. We cannot combine those terms that do not have the same variables. So if I was going to go through this problem, I would combine 3p and negative 6p, which would be negative 3p, and then negative 9h, there are no other terms that it can be combined with, and then the constant positive 2 cannot be combined with anything else as well. So this is actually as simplified as it gets. So for your step out question number 2, we are going to go ahead here and circle and underline or square, whatever works best for you. And for step out question number 2, it's not necessarily a question, but I would like you to go ahead and simplify that expression. Okay. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the answers for sprint number 1. If you need to take a moment and pause the video, you can do that now, but go ahead and compare your answers to the answers on the screen. And if you would please go ahead and mark how many total correct and identify an error that you made and what you can do to not make the same error again. And again, this should be in a complete sentence or two and provide details in your explanation. If you need to pause the video to take more time to do that, you can go ahead and pause now. If not, I'm going to move into sprint number 2. Sprint number 2 is just like sprint number 1. It's going to consist of 6 questions, 6 problems that you'll need to simplify the expressions using or combining like terms. Go ahead, take a moment, write down the 6 problems in your 6 boxes, and then we'll take 2 minutes to solve them. Okay, your 2 minutes begin now. You have 1 minute remaining. Okay, that is the end of sprint number 2. I'll go ahead and show you the answers, and you can go ahead and compare your answers to the answers on the screen. If you need to pause the video to compare your answers, go ahead and do that now. Okay, last piece here is the reflection at the bottom, so if you could mark the total correct, and then if you improved your score and by how much, if this is your second or third attempt. If it's your first attempt, you did not improve your score. Make sure to turn in your math fluency worksheet to your teacher when you're finished.